rain, snow, and well below normal temperatures across the western areas of the country first. Moisture will move southeastward from the Pacific Northwest and the northern Rockies regions, and then make its way into the southwest and central Rockies. And then as this cold pocket of air continues to drift across the west, it's eventually going to make it into the Great Plains and kind of slam into the warm air that's been building up. This collision zone will be a focus for a battle between cold air and warm air, creating rain, snow, and storms moving forward. You see, every once in a while, the warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico gets a little feisty, and it marches its way north to claim more land. The cold, dry air from the Arctic sees the commotion and doesn't like it, so it sweeps down across the Rocky Mountains to meet the warm air over the Great Plains, and a battle commences. And unfortunately, the cold air always wins this battle. Since cold air is more dense, it's heavier, and it wedges itself underneath the warm air. The warm air then rises and literally just self-destructs and explodes into clouds and disintegrates into rain and thunderstorms. Anyways, this battle will likely spawn a few weather systems that could certainly spark some severe storms and rain across the Great Plains. In fact, the Storm Prediction Center is seeing the same things I am, and they've went ahead and put out a very rare Day 7 15% risk area for severe weather over here in portions of Texas and Oklahoma. This is something we really have to keep a close eye on. This looks like it's going to be the real deal. And a big contributor to this is that open door in the Gulf of Mexico that's letting in all the warm, moist air. We actually have steaming hot waters down here. The tropical Atlantic is showing no signs of hibernation for winter just yet. I think we could see tropical activity well into November, especially in the Caribbean Sea. In fact, as of filming this, the National Hurricane Center has a 70% chance of tropical cyclone development in the eastern Caribbean. A broad area of low pressure is producing thunderstorms that will likely develop into some sort of cyclone over the next few days. I personally don't see anything big coming out of this particular system, but the tropical threats don't end there. In the wake of this potential system, there is a chance of additional development in the Caribbean into the Gulf of Mexico, where water temperatures are literally bath-like. Any tropical system that develops in the western Caribbean after next week is possibly going to be a troublemaker here in the US. And pretty much all forecast models are hinting at a very unsettled Caribbean as we go further into November. However, as of right now, there are no big tropical systems in view. The simple fact of the matter is whether or not we get a big hurricane or tropical storm or not, the energy is there, and that energy is compiling, and it's going to be allowed to come into the US because of that big northward bulge in the jet stream. And at some point, another pattern flip will occur, and that pent-up Arctic air will come rushing over the states. If that happens at the same time some Caribbean ocean juice is coming up into the lower 48, things are going to be quite interesting.